hello, welcome back to It's For You. So we are starting a new year, and yes to 2021. What are some things that people do when New Year's hit, like especially adults? What do? They make, resolutions. What is a resolution? What do you think a resolution is? Well, it's usually something that you vow or you promise to do or not to do. Most people promise to do something. They want to make this year better than the last year, so they make a decision to do something. And they make a promise, which is called a resolution. So what are some resolutions that like people might make? Like adults, for instance, what would they say? Like, have you ever heard them say this? I'm going to make more money this year. I'm going to do better, work harder, make more money so I can be rich. Ever heard that one? What else? Oh man, the one I've heard so much is I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna get strong. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get my own home gym. I'm gonna work out and eat better and healthier so I can be healthier and look better. I'm gonna lose weight. Ever heard that one before? Yeah, I've heard it like a ton of times. But what about you? Like, what kind of things would you want to do this year that's different? Like, what would you resolve? How about, oh, I want to do better in school. I want to make good grades because I want to do well in life. I want to have a good job when I grow up, and I want to just do really well. That's pretty much one of the only things I can do right now that I'm isolated. But what else? What about like learning a new hobby? Like learning how to play the guitar or piano or even like a new sport. Or dance or something like that, or even like some type of music. But what else? What else would we like to do? What other thing? How about make some new friends? I'd love to make new friends. We can always use new friends, especially like now that we're stuck indoors. We've got to find a way to make more friends. Or when we go to school, be more popular for sure. That's definitely important. But there's one more thing. Like I know what I'd really, really, really want to do this year. I want to be TikTok famous. Yeah. So this is something that I want to do this year. So these are all different types of resolutions or promises that we make, definitely to ourselves, because us want to make our next year even better than the last year, right? I know you certainly want that. But how many people actually keep these promises or resolutions? How many times have you heard somebody say, "Oh, I'm going to make more money"? Well, even if they do, what do they do with that money? Just watch this.
I just spent all my money on things I don't need.
But what about the whole, like, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get stronger, I'm gonna eat healthier? How does that usually work out for most people? Watch this. Okay, so that didn't work out too well. What about you, like doing better in school? Hmm?
Well, I guess I should sit down and do some schoolwork now. I got my book, I got my pen. Nah, I'd much rather play video games all night.
Okay, so maybe that didn't work out too well. What about trying something new?
Well, I think it's about time that I learned something new this new year, so I thought it'd be really cool if I was one of those rocker guitar chicks, right? So, try that again. Let's go. I I don't think it's working.
Okay, so maybe those didn't work out too well, but I'm pretty sure I can still become TikTok famous. Oh, yeah.
Healthy Tracer. I'm already Tracer. What about Widowmaker? I'm already Widowmaker. I'll be Bastion. Nerf Bastion. You're Renzo Winston. I wanna be Winston. I guess I'll be Genji. I'm already Genji. Then I'll
Well, now let's post that and
be
we'll
Healthy
wait for
Tracer.
our followers to just start rolling in. Any second now. I'll be TikTok famous this year before you know it. We're at 292 right now. Still 292. Still 292 followers. I'm never gonna be famous. Why did I make that resolution?
Okay, so a lot of those promises didn't work out very well. We tried. But here's the thing. I was actually reading in my Bible in my favorite book, which is Ecclesiastes. And in Ecclesiastes 5, verse 5, it says that it's better not to vow than to make a vow and not be able to keep it. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, maybe we shouldn't make these promises. If we can't keep them, it's better to not have made them at all. But promises are good if we can keep them. Remember Dr. Bizarre? Let's go see what Dr. Bizarre is up to.
So I already made an explosion today, but I'm going to ask my mother if I can make another explosion because I got this great idea when I was going to Starbucks. Anyway, let's go see my mutter. Mutter! Mutter!
Hi.
I know I already made an explosion today, but I really, really would love to make another explosion today.
Another explosion?
Another explosion.
Another explosion?
A bigger explosion.
Ooh, I love explosions.
So can I do another
Of course.
explosion?
I promise that you can do another explosion.
She promised. I could do another explosion, kids. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's do this, yeah?
Have you ever made a promise before that you haven't been able to keep? Or has somebody made a promise to you and not be able to keep them?
So I'm ready to make my other explosions, yeah? I've got me white vinegar. I got me Starbucks cup right here. And I'm gonna... Yes,
What are you
Mutter?
doing? What are you doing? No more explosions.
But Mutter, you promised me.
I said no more explosions, Dr. Bizarro.
But then you break your promise.
Oh,
You can't keep your promise.
I'm so...
That just ruined my day. What am I going to do now? I guess I'll just go in my room and cry.
Dr. Bizarre, his mom said that he can make explosions and then said no. Have you ever had that happen to you before? What is that all about? My goodness.
My mommy doesn't love me. Sometimes I cannot make another explosion. She broke her promise.
Dr. Bizarro, I'm so sorry, Dr. Bizarro.
I'm mad at you, Mother.
Dr. Bizarro, I'm so sorry. I did a very bad thing. I was just reading as in Ephesians 5, verse 5, and it says that it's better not to make a promise than to make a promise and break one. And I did not mean to do that. And I am so sorry. I love you so much. Will you forgive me?
Well, I love you too, Mutter, and I should always forgive my neighbor, and you are my mother, and I do forgive you because I love you. Now come here.
I love you, Dr. Bizarre.
I
You
love
can
my
make as
Mutter.
many explosions as you wish.
Yes, ich lieb mein Mutter.
Oh, Tonka Shane.
There'll be many more explosions to come, don't you worry.
So remember the golden rule, which I'm sure you all know, and is also found in Matthew 7, verse 12. And it says, do unto others as you would have done to you. So always keep that in mind when you're ready to make a promise. Make sure it's one that you can keep. And if you do break a promise or a relationship, you can always mend it. All you have to do is apologize and ask for forgiveness. And God will always forgive us, and we should also forgive others that have broken promises to us. So basically, I'm not saying not to promise anything or not to make a resolution. Just make a resolution or a promise that you know that you can keep. And maybe it might be easier just to make a few goals for yourself. I know we all want a better year this year. Everybody wants 2021 to be a better year. So maybe we can set like little goals for us, little things we can do. Like for instance, I'm like, I need to be more spiritual. I want to get closer to God. Why don't you just read one Bible verse every day? One. Or just take even 2 minutes out of your day just to pray for him alone in the quiet by yourself. When you're going to bed at night is a really good time to talk to God. Also, what about like just sharing something? I got some really cool stuff for Christmas. I don't really like my brother and sister, but I think maybe I will share because sometimes things are enjoyed better when there's more than one person involved. Also, what about like just, making your bed or putting your dishes away or brushing your teeth, something to make your mom happy. Trust me, when your mom's happy, you'll be happy. Or even just making a new friend. And sometimes the best way to make friends is to be a friend to somebody. because some people may be having some hurt or some issues that we're not even sure about. And just by showing them a smile or a friendly face or a kind word can go a long ways. So this year, maybe if you're going to make promises, make sure they're ones you can keep. If you've hurt somebody, go and apologize. So let's make 2021 a great year with simple, easy goals, good friendships, and just remember what God has told us about making promises and about doing unto others as you would have them do unto you.